Excellent, you have returned. Now Is that blood? Kasha, what happened?
Father, please, keep calm. There were 2 men right outside Jonestead, clad in ebony armor. They attacked us.
Can it be? Have they finally decided to reveal themselves? Gods, give me strength. I was a fool to let you go out.
No, you weren't. I'm fine. But please tell us what's going on. Now's not the time to keep secrets.
I hoped it would never come to this. So be it. Kasha, go to your room and gather anything that would help you survive for a few days. Grab the goods you got from Modto and put on some warm clothing.
What? Where are we going?
I'm not going anywhere. You are. My place is here in Jonestead. Now hurry. There isn't much time.
Father, please.
Go. I need to speak with our friend. She can explain everything to you later. Damn it all. I should have posted Altog and Bogdo at the entrance like I said earlier. Thankfully, you were there to stop those men before they had a chance to get what they came here for. Before I go on, I need to express my gratitude for not only delivering that letter, but also for saving my daughter. Here's 500 gold for the delivery, and 1,000 for dealing with those men. I'm going to need to ask you a big favor, but first I owe you an explanation. Those men were most likely scouts. An attack force will be dispatched when they fail to report back. It will take some time for my assistants from Euphoria Palace to be sent to their assigned locations around Jonestead. I pray that they get here sooner rather than later. They must be. Why would anyone be standing outside of the entrance? They were waiting. Not only that, they attacked you on sight. Did you happen across anything interesting they were carrying? Any clues to their identity? That emblem sounds familiar, though not the one I was expecting. Then again, this isn't the first time the enemy has hired mercs to do their dirty work. I'll do some quick research and see if I can find anything matching your description. Anything else? There you have it. The proof is all there that they were here for me. They were even ordered to attack enemy scouts. That explains why they didn't bother to ask questions when they saw you with Kasha. My daughter has the looks of an Ashen. Most of the assistance I'm requesting from Euphoria Palace is Ashen. And since most of the Ashen here in Skyrim have links to the palace, well, you can fill in the blanks for me there. You have been patient with me. Thank you. What I'm about to tell you is difficult. Too much is at stake for me to say it with ease. About 200 years ago, around the time of the Oblivion Crisis, there was an incident involving a certain legendary hero you might have heard of. The hero of Kvach, the champion of Cyrodiil. Indeed, he went by many names, given many honorary titles. Some say he even managed to unite many of Cyrodiil's guilds under his command. The details have been lost in time. The point is that he was no stranger to answering the calls for help from Cyrodiil's citizens. That is where my family comes in. One of my ancestors was captured by an Argonian mercenary named Disan. The bastard did wretched things to the women he captured, enslaved, tortured, and mutilated them. At the end of the day, they were locked up in his own private palace to perform favors for anyone who was willing to pay. They had no choice. All of them had been poisoned and under the influence of sap of unique history from the depths of Argonia. Their wills bent by the men who bought their services. She had a sister, a traveling maid that stumbled upon the champion's home in Coral. The sister had also been poisoned and begged the champion to rescue the captured woman. The champion obliged and confronted Desan. Correct. The champion knew that Desan was too dangerous to keep alive, so he killed him in his own private chambers. Unfortunately, the other women in the palace were forced to remain. All those who left the palace were doomed to suffer from an endless life of embarrassment as the sapt removed all inhibitions and amplified their urge for pleasure. My two ancestors went on to serve as the champion's maids at no cost as a token of their appreciation. Eventually, they all parted ways. The champion, like all legendary heroes that came before, vanished. But my family had been given hope and were destined to grow. Then Project Purity stepped in. A clandestine organization that has been around for a very long time. It is composed of some of the best mages, alchemists, and philosophers in Tamriel. They were the ones pulling Desan's strings, giving him the gold and resources to expand along the path they desired, at least until he was killed by the champion. Anyway, the champion's interference upset them, so they took it out on my family as an act of revenge. Generations of my family have been wiped out. Wives, husbands, and children. All gone. My mother and father, dead because of Purity's despicable acts of warfare. Now, only Kasha and I remain. God, how long has it been? I never came face to face with Purity my entire life. They go dormant every decade or two, but they always come back. We thought my father had defeated them once and for all, but then the West-Weald massacre happened. Damn, I'm rambling again. Must be the old age. But I hope I satisfied your curiosity. I still have to tell you about that favor. Of course not, but time is of the essence. You don't need to know Euphoria Palace's connection to all of this, or the time when the champion ventured into Valhalla, and... Oh, the favor. Right. Purity, or whatever merc group they've hired this time, is on their way. Jonestead simply isn't the safest place to be right now. There is a campsite north of Windhelm. It is in close proximity of a group of trusted friends. I need you to take Kasha there immediately. Once camp is set up, she will need to wait there until I send word that it is safe to come back to Jonestead. I'll warn Alto, Bogdo, and Christie to expect trouble. They seem to be the most capable fighters if the worst case scenario occurs. I'll have Wash tell the others to stay inside and lock their doors. As for weapons, let's just say that word got around that a certain pair of orcs may have stashed some axes beneath their house floorboards. I promise that I'll try to have everything secured soon enough. Now you must promise me that no matter what happens, you'll protect my daughter. Good. I'm counting on you, friend. Don't let me down.
What did my father say? Campsite, huh? Fine. Lead the way. Looks like someone has been here recently. Can you cook something up with the food I brought? I'll try to get a fire going in the meantime. Everything is set up. Were you able to cook up anything? There's a list of recipes in the bag I got from Madado. I would love some tomato soup. Everything is set up. Were you able to cook up anything? I love tomato soup. Thank you so much. About what? Should I know at a time like this? When Jonestead could be under attack as we sit here out in the middle of nowhere? If you say so. I'm more concerned about what's going on right now, but some explanation after all these years will help. I'm speechless. This entire time, my family has been hunted down for something that happened 200 years ago? For being saved? Why? That doesn't even make any sense. How can this Project Purity be so cruel? And my father... Gods, I had no idea. Why didn't he tell me? I could have handled it. I'm only shocked because he's not here right now. For the second time in my life, he's not here. The one time I need him the most, and he's gone. I really hope so. I hate doing this. Sitting here when we could be back in town, help it. All I can do is worry about my father and the rest of Jonestead. Who knows what's going on? Yes, at least I get as much as I can. It won't be easy. In this cold, I'm so used to the warmth of Jonestead. Even with this fur coat, I'm still freezing. So much for my Nord heritage, huh? So cold. For me? How sweet. That takes care of that problem. But there is something I'd like to ask you. If it isn't too much to ask, can you, spend the night here at camp? I know that technically wasn't part of your assignment. To stay here with me, and I'm sure that you're a busy person, but it sure is dangerous to be up here all alone. You will? Thank you so much. I hope it isn't too cold out for you, but since you're Nord, I shouldn't worry. I better get some sleep. Oh, and our next meal is on me if we don't get a message before then.
Thank the gods I've found you. I have news of Jonestead. Marcus was right. Those two men you faced outside, they were scouts. And now Jonestead is under attack. I was able to slip through the blockade the moment they infiltrated the town. Before I left, Marcus asked me to tell the both of you to come back. You must save Jonstead before it's too late. Only one. They're taking hostages. I saw them drag Bosca out of the warehouse as they brought Zunsa's kid, John, out in front of him. They demanded to know the whereabouts of some of Marcus's friends, since the old man wasn't spilling any details. Bosca refused, and insisted that they take his life instead of the kid's. So they did. Poor Argonian. He died a hero. Yeah, but they have him tied up inside his house, probably torturing him into revealing his valuable secrets. He kept crying out for Cassia, but damn, the disgusting sounds of flesh being pummeled by fists drowned out his screams. Please hurry. Who knows what they will do with the hostages, whether or not their demands are met. I have to go. I just need to get away from all of this madness. What? That I am.
How did you know he was lying? There were some parts that seemed kind of sketchy. I wouldn't have gone as far as to accuse him of lying. But in the end, you had the better judgment. But Jonstead is actually under attack, right? My father... No way! I'm not spending another second stuck in this camp. I can help you. Maybe distract them while you move in for the attack. Anything. If they took my father as hostage, then they're going to want me alive. They're only attacking because of my family. I will not let them destroy Jonstead, and I will not let them kill my father. I'm with you all the way. We can lay out our plans once we get into town. Now let's hurry up and get to Jonstead. Okay, this is entirely up to you. Either save my father first or the rest of the citizens. One way or another, we are not letting them hurt anyone else, understand? Let's go.
I knew it! Finish this! Time to end this. Is someone there? Here we go. You pay for that?
I don't like to boast. You in every possible way. Who am I kidding? I love to boast.
Thank you. Someone there.
Most people usually buy me a drink first.
What was that? Over here. Over here.
You're mine.
What was that? What was that?
You're lucky I...
That is?
Corpse.
Is that your best?
Shoot! They blocked the front door of my house. We need to find Walsh and see if he has something that can get us through.
Gods, couldn't you have come any sooner? We sure got ourselves into one hell of a mess. Please, tell me that it's over. So you killed some men, but how are the citizens? Are they safe? That's a relief. Thankfully, these monsters didn't kill everyone when they had the chance. And, Marcus? They should let you stroll right in. I overheard the guards talking. Apparently, Bosca is waiting either for you two or a siren. Whatever that is. We should have seen it coming. If only we hadn't been so lenient after he tried smuggling in weapons. We were completely caught by surprise. We gave Christie and the orcs weapons to defend the town. But Bosca took them out, silently. before any of us realized what had happened. By then, his men had already stormed through the entrance. We were subdued in a matter of minutes. I can't speak for anyone else, but the men that captured me weren't as rough as you might imagine. I'm getting the impression that they're only here for Marcus. Well, let's allow Marcus to explain himself once he's free. If you're going to save him, then you might want to leave Kasha here.
Don't even think about telling me to stay here. I'm going with you whether you like it or not. You've gotten us this far. I'm leaving my father's fate in your hands. Please save him.